sit on the throne. And trust me, you want that. You'd want that. You'd want yours, because basically you're going to come back and sit on that throne again one day too. But the Lord took away the rulership from him and his sons. That's what really hurt Saul. He wasn't going to go nowhere and burn in hell. He didn't say, oh, I'm going to go and burn in hell for all eternity. You know? That shit would really fuck your mind up.
Well, you know, he requested that he be killed, man. He requested that he be killed, man.
Nah, he couldn't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait,
to get there, man.
I can't wait to go and burn up. You dudes are fucking stupid, man. And don't tell me, oh, Saul didn't know. Saul, he was the king. The king had the priest.
He saw being defiled by the Philistines worse than going to hell.
That's right.
Well, that should say it there, man. The Philistines are more scary than hell.
And like I said, don't say that Saul and Eliezer didn't know.
Yeah.
Because Saul was the king of Israel, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Man, who did the king of Israel had at his disposal? The wise men of Israel.
Yep.
Don't tell me they didn't know. Samuel knew.
Yep.
Everything that needed to be known. Mm-hmm. But Samuel said, you and your sons are going to be with me. Mm-hmm. Be with him where? In the spirit realm. And don't talk no bullshit about it. He saw him coming up out of the earth, man. It's a spirit world, man. You don't have to fall from the sky. A portal can open up anywhere, man. The spirit world is all around us, man. It's the fourth dimension, man. A chariot can come up from underneath the sea.
If you're standing right next to you, you know, just pop.
These are jokers, man.
It's Isaiah 34 verse 2 again. For indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. You have utterly destroyed them, you have delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their sting shall come out of their carcasses, and the marrow shall be melted.
So are we cool with the fact that this is happening on Earth, right? This ain't happening. You sure this is not happening in no mythical chaos region or the fourth quadrant or some, you know, the outer limits? This is on Earth, right, bro? This is people, right?
As far as I can tell.
In the flesh, getting judgment, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes you might slip into that mythology, you know? Sometimes the Most High might just say, well, fuck it, I'm just going to throw some mythology in there, right? Sure that ain't the war in the heavens, bro?
No.
Sure that ain't Satan, you know, having a fist fight with the Most High? Okay, just making sure.
Verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
The heavens shall roll together as a scroll. That goes into 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter.
Yep.
What makes that happen? Missiles getting dropped, motherfucker.
Yeah, this isn't talking about the spiritual realm of heaven, man. No, this is just talking about the sky above us, the firmament above us, man.
The hosts of heaven basically is a poetic term, man. It means basically even the elements in the air and all that are going to be dissolved. They're going to get burnt up.
Yep.
Because you can have an army of ants. You can have an army of anything. An army is just a collection of a thing.
Yeah.
It's poetic license, man. The Bible uses, because anytime you got a parable, you're using poetic license. Because when the Lord said, cast not your pearls before dogs, he wasn't talking about actual dogs. He was using poetic license. Damn.
He wasn't talking about pearls either.
Got me there. Huh? Got me there. I didn't think about that. Good. I told you we're gonna have fun. Go on, man.
And all the hosts, and all of their hosts shall fall down.
All the hosts talking about the people, they're gonna fall down, they're gonna get burnt up.
As a leaf falleth from off the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. So
like the brother said earlier, I bet that means the Most High is gonna have a sword, and he's gonna be. The sword represents a destroying weapon, man. That sword is talking about the missiles, man. And why is it going to be bathed in heaven? Well, what does it mean to bathe in heaven? What does it mean to bathe?
Be covered.
When you bathing, it's like swimming. You're bathing. You're covered in something. Yeah. How is the missiles going to be bathed in heaven? Because that's where they're coming from.
Moving through the sky, man.
They're going to be flying through the sky. They're going to be bathed in heaven. Again, it's poetic license, man. It's talking about the missile. The sword is talking about the nuclear armaments, man. And like I said, it's going to dissolve up the place. Read on.
Yep. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
It's going to come down upon Idumea, which represents who? Edom, the so-called white man, right?
Which is on earth.
So this is a future judgment, which is on earth.
Yep.
Right? It's not in Tartarus or anything like that,
No,
right?
that's on earth.
That's on. No, it's not in Pluto, is it? Okay. Go on,
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
That's the same people he's speaking about in Matthew the 25th verse.
Yeah.
That to those on my left, he said, "Ye cursed of the Lord." That's talking about Esau. That's it's the fire is prepared for Edom, man.
The heritage of Esau.
Edom is the devil that the fire is prepared for, you dummy. And the angel is talking about anyone that's with Esau, man. You dummy. Ain't talking about fire prepared for the Satan and his angels that are with him in like a gaggle and a gang. Yo, son. I don't like the way the Most High be treating us, son. Yo, man, we gonna do our own thing from now on. We gonna do. These dudes are stupid, man. These are real dummies, man. Go on, bro. You're as dumb as that damn fucking Ethiopian that came up.
And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance.
It is the day of the Lord's vengeance. Now, let's make another statement. Hold that where you got there, bro. Give me Isaiah the 63rd chapter. Because they made the statement when the Lord was talking about Gehenna, or he wasn't talking about America. But hold on. Don't you know the Lord was always thinking about that? That's why
from the very beginning, man.
It's not did not Jesus, the Lord, who you call Jesus Christ, say, "Lo, I come in the volume of the book it is written of me." All the way through the scriptures is talking about America being destroyed. Encoded. So you told me that Yahweh Shai weren't thinking about that?
Well, Moses was told all these things up in Mount Sinai, man.
Yeah, he was told about that,
end.
the beginning and the end. He was told about the great day, and he knew it was the miracle. And you guess what? Yahweh Shai knew that you same wicked niggas that was coming up against him in Jerusalem back then, you was going to be in America today. And he knew you was going to get burnt up in that hellfire, so they call it. But really, it's Gehenna. And it was poetic license, meaning you're going to get burnt up like them children got burnt up, man.
Yep,
alive.
Man. Symbology, man. Symbolism, man.
It was symbolic, man. Of course the Lord knew about Babylon the Great being burnt with fire, man. Are you stupid? And I'm going to show you you're dumb. The Lord always had that in his mind.
Yep. It's Isaiah 63 in verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom?
Now this is Isaiah having a vision of the Lord. And this is before the New Testament. Read on.
With thy garments from Bozrah. That this is...
Which again is hitting at who? Edom.
Yep.
Which is Edom represents Babylon the Great. Because it's the height of Esau's kingdom. Read on.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteous might to save. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none.
Right, because in Edom, there ain't gonna be no one, when it says in Edom, it's talking about the people. In America, that even all these Edomites, there ain't no Edomite that's with the Lord. There ain't no truth in them. They're the devil. Now, where is it the devil, man? The Lord said they were none with me, man, because they're the devil. They're not of the truth. That proves that when the Lord said, "Ye of your father the devil," and the lust of your father he was doing, he was a liar from the beginning. What do you say? We are bold not in the truth because there is no truth in him. Yeah, he was a murderer from the beginning. That's talking about Esau, man. Cain and then Esau. Really going back to the serpent, because the serpent was Cain. And Cain came back as Esau. That's how you get the understanding. It's the same dude, man. Same devil with the same children. You know.
There was none with me. For I will tread them.
They're not with the truth. So you guys talking about how you want to save Edomites. It says the man went to Edom, there was none with him.
For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Yeah, that represents the Most High Yahweh Shai going to do a lot of killing.
Bloody mess.
He's going to do a lot of killing, and he's going to begin with the missiles and the fire from the chariots. Then Yahweh Shai, when he comes down upon earth, he's going to catch you Edomites that are in the different places when we put your ass in slavery, and Yahweh Shai actually personally going to put some of you motherfuckers to death. Because it pleases him. And your blood's going to get sprinkled on his garments, man. And he's going to have to change.
For the day of vengeance is in mine heart.
Oh. What, brother?
day of vengeance is in my mind.
In Isaiah 34, what's the day of vengeance? When the missiles hit, when the sword gets bathed in heaven, right?
The vessel's fit for destruction, no?
So that was always in the Lord's mind. So the Lord always was thinking about America being destroyed, because that's the end game.
Yeah.
So when he was telling them niggas, look man, he basically said to them, look man, you Pharisees, you're gonna get fucking burnt up in their missiles, man. But obviously I know he didn't use the word missile, and he didn't use the word America, but that's what the Lord had in his mind, because he knew the scriptures and he knew the future. Just like he knew about 70 AD. But did he actually say 70 AD? Did he even say it was the Roman army that was gonna come? No. But he told them, man, you're gonna get caught up. So he knew, look man, you're gonna burn in Gehenna, man. You niggas, you wicked niggas, you gonna die and come back, and all kind of fuckery's gonna happen to you, and it's gonna culminate that in the last days you're gonna be in America, and then I'm gonna turn up, and then missiles are gonna turn up, and I'm gonna watch you getting burned up, you demon. That's what the Lord was alluding to. Well, you guys are too simple to understand that, man. You saying I'm going off. Well, if I'm lying, I'm dying, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the day of vengeance is in my heart.
The day of vengeance is in the Lord's heart, man.
And the year of my redeemed is come.
Which the word there for redeemed is Ga'al, which means kinsman redeemer, man. So that means the Lord's only coming to save his kinsman. So that cuts all the other nations out of that equation, just from the definition of the word, man.
Well, especially when we just read in Isaiah 34 that the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, man. It doesn't sound like he's trying to save them.
Idiots, man. Anyway,
back in Isaiah 34. Yep. Isaiah 34, verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness.
So does that mean his sword is actually going to be filled with blood? The Lord's going to have a sword and it's going to have blood on the inside. Is that what that's saying? That the Lord's going to have some mythical sword,
surely not,
and it's going to have blood on the inside.
Surely not.
It's called poetic license. It just means the Lord's going to do a lot of fucking killing. When you say you spill blood, it means killing. Even if you burn someone, you can still say you spill his blood, because it represents killing. You've taken the life out of his body, because the blood is the life. It's like when you burn them, you evaporate it out.
And with the blood, it is made with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams, the Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
The land of Idumea, like I said, represents a miracle. Read on.
And the unicorn shall...
And to a lesser extent, London and that, man, but really a miracle. Because like I said, the scripture kind of extends outwards too. But really, the main focus is a miracle. Just that even though we was led into America as Egypt, we're still in slavery in Britain. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean we're not in slavery over here, like we're just cool. And then in that case, everyone could just fucking come over here and have a good time, innit? You know what I'm saying? Have a jolly good time, man. Drink down some pints, alright, mate? We're in slavery over here. We gotta deal with the same crackers over here, man. These devils, these grandstanding, never did no wrong devils, man. Stiff upper lip motherfuckers, go on, bro.
And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and the land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Whereas the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
That's when the recompense, no, the man's not gonna get burnt up in no fucking subterranean. The recompense is you getting hit with fucking missiles. Then you're going into slavery.
Yeah.
That's the recompense. That's the judgment. I bet almost like Becco.
And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone.
Meaning the land is going to get burned up. That's not talking about, that's the lake of fire. Is that not the lake of fire right there? That sounds like a lake of fire to me.
Well, it's going to describe it even
because
further.
Hold on. When you think about a lake of fire, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of the description of a lake of fire. What does that entail, a lake? First of all, what is a lake?
It's a body of water.
A lake is a body of water, right?
Yep.
So if you said a lake of water, what's a lake of fire?
Well, then I would say this. put loads of oil in that